Welcome back to Chakra 5. I'm so proud of you. So this week we're focusing on our fifth chakra, our throat chakra. This is your center for truth and authentic expression. Speaking your truth sometimes takes a lot of courage, and just showing up right now proves how brave you are. You're finding your voice, and the more you find the voice, the world is much better for it, because when you've got a voice aligned with your soul and your soul's purpose, we are here to serve. We're wired to serve. That's the purpose of our soul. Serve with our unique gifts. I want to ask you, do your words make the impact you know you're here to make? Does your creative expression communicate the full essence of your heart's desires and your soul's purpose? Are you living to your fullest potential? Your fifth chakra is this place where you create yourself in the world and in the minds of others. Your words are your magic wand. And the more you get into this work, the more you see how you really are creating your reality. You're going to really respect the words that you choose to say to yourself out loud and to others. Even your silent mantra, these words are your magic wand. And with every word, your voice speaks the truth of all your chakras. So every word you speak, the beliefs, feelings, and desires of all of you get broadcast out into the world. And whether or not you're aware of them, whether or not the words truly support you, whether they're out loud or silently to yourself, or they're in your unconsciousness below your awareness, your words, the feelings behind the words shape your reality. We often hear this advice, just speak your truth and everything okay, but let's be honest. It's not always that simple. If your truth is hidden even from yourself or buried beneath fears and doubts, trying to speak your truth can feel awkward or downright impossible. I'm going to share with you two stories of transformation to inspire you. So here's Adele. So Adele came to me with a rough, raspy voice that became sore and tired whenever she tried to market herself in her business. She described to me the day when she was recording a TV commercial to promote her business. She said, I wasn't nervous or anxious. I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but as soon as the microphone was handed to me, my voice grew higher, 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 and then fainter, 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 until it completely squeezed away and disappeared. So now Lauren hired me because she was tired of letting stronger personalities dominate her at networking events. She wanted to hold her ground and speak clearly and share her business mission without feeling like she had to compete, and that she was heard with confidence and with impact. So I worked with them over several months, both of them, to cleanse and clear the fifth chakra blocks that were sabotaging their communication. We aligned their voices with their hearts and their souls, and crafting marketing messages that truly, authentically, and powerfully influence their audience because they were aligned with who they really are. So Adele today, she speaks with a beautiful, clear voice. She's an in-demand keynote speaker and leads retreat workshops in front of audiences that hang on her every word. And they sign up for her programs with enthusiasm. Lauren's transformation was just incredible. She healed this part of herself that felt powerless as a leader. And this is where the soul personalities really come into play for really stepping into your power quickly without years of pulling stuff off. So as she embraced her higher self qualities of a leader, she now speaks with present impact, charisma, and positive influence. Her voice carries the passion and love from her big caring heart because she's aligned with her true soul purpose. She knows why she's here. And if you ever listen to Lisa Nichols, I listened to her the other day, and she says that I know why I'm here and I'm passionate. I'm screaming it out loud. And that's the goal of really doing this kind of work. And if you've got a strong leader in you, with likely you are if you're watching this, expressing true servant leadership in any situation is the purpose of your soul. So this transformation has elevated her in both her personal and professional life in extraordinary ways. Because if you can be influential on stage, then definitely you can be influential with your kids. You're coming from love with your romance partners, with your parents, even the most difficult relationships. And that's a lot of what I help untangle inside the accelerator and incubator programs. So this is the power of healing the attachments at your fifth chakra. So remember, the fifth chakra is located in your throat. It's the energy center of communication and expression. It's also about listening and speaking your truth. An open and balanced fifth chakra, authentic communication without fear of judgment or criticism. And it's easy to express what you feel. You don't take things or people's reactions personally, and you become a really great listener. And, in today's world, just listening to someone deeply and validating them is a healing in itself. So a closed or unbalanced chakra where you don't feel heard, you're afraid to speak your truth. It's easy to tell white lies, to cover up insecurities, and it's easy to gossip. So when your throat is open, the different soul personalities really shine. Leaders get to inspire and win hearts. Achievers finally get to arrive and thrive and stop, trying to get there, feeling like something's missing, always going, always going. Creatives begin to produce boldly, bringing their creations out into the world unapologetically. And with the open fifth chakra, givers are allowed to receive more abundantly. You speak from the heart, you connect authentically, and you influence the world around you with power and grace. Are you ready to speak your truth? I know I am. I've been doing it. It's even more and more. So I chose this page just for different examples of fifth chakra expression. So I chose this one for her leadership, speaking on stage, influencing. This guy for his creative qualities. This one for full expression of our weirdness. Think Johnny Depp, right? He says and does almost anything weird. It's also the place where you censor yourself. So remember, your words and even your silent mantras, they're your magic wand. And with every word you speak, you cast the feelings, beliefs, and desires of all your chakras into the world. Okay, it's time to look at the common negative fifth chakra attachments. So I want you to sit and ask yourself, pick one of these that resonates the most, that triggers with you the most, and come up with a soul-aligned affirmation, right? And then do the Byron Katie work. And if you're so inclined, I highly encourage you to come to the Monday noon or 9:15 p.m. intention setting hour. It's almost every week, except for if there's a major holiday or if I've got to go out of town for something major. But I always give full notice. Common negative attachments at the fifth chakra are telling negative life stories about yourself, even if they appear true. So I was raised to tell the truth all the time. And if I was finding the positive side of a failure or what appears to be a failure, I was lying. And my parents caught me all the time. Yeah, but you might have done this, but you didn't do that. So into adulthood, when someone asked me, how did that success go? I'm like, well, it didn't really. And I would just come up with these negative stories. I was so pessimistic, which is a symptom of a seventh chakra block. So a fifth chakra attachment is telling lies about who you are, how you feel, being silent when you know you should say something. and talking when you know you should be quiet. You might have a tendency to complain or use words in a negative way. You might be using your words all the time to be against yourself or against life or against others. So this is not easy to look at, not easy to face. So take some time to journal. Pick one that resonates with yourself the most, and then choose one of these or something like this to burst into your power to speak the truth. And some common vows that are not on this slide that I want to tell you about are, I will only speak the truth of my tribe. I will only speak or express myself appropriately based on the laws of my tribe. Do you see how this kind of attaches to your first chakra, being loyal to your family, loyal to your tribe? I will never let anyone know who I really am. I will use words to defend myself, control others, or manipulate. So aligning with the sender, I just really want to remind you, it's more about more than just finding your voice. It's about using your voice to create your reality and to connect deeply with others. And another thing that you can do, is a slower way to integrate, but works really well, is to speak your intention out loud every morning. Such as, today, I'm going to communicate with clarity and kindness. Okay, so now if you're on this slide, you're ready to do this Pyron Katie work. So go ahead and pause this video if you need to and do the journal reflections or follow along with me. Put your feet on the floor, feel your sit bones in the chair, put your shoulders over your hips, head over your shoulder, bring an inner smile, put your hands on your heart, breathe in through your nose into your heart, and exhale from your heart with gratefulness out into the world. Inhale through your nose into your heart. One more time. Remembering, bringing your attention down to your heart space, and then asking yourself, bringing that negative statement, that negative awareness, and ask yourself, is this really true? And ask yourself if the thought you wrote down really is true, and how do you know that it's true? How do you know this for sure? And how do you react when you believe it? Does this make the situation better or worse, believing this? Is it hurting me or helping me? Am I willing to let this go? What new belief, or how could I look at this from a higher perspective to support me? And you take that new belief, that new intention, and you bring it to the intention setting hour on, here it is, on Mondays. There's a QR code. So that's all I got for you today for chakra 5. We're almost done. 2 more chakras, chakra 6 and 7. And what's really cool about chakra 6 and 7, and I explain this quite a bit in the emails, is that when you open your heart and forgive, because it is the highest form of love, you're opening your crown chakra so that the divine can come in, because you're at the same frequency as the divine. You get to see yourself through the eyes of the divine. And when you see yourself in this higher light, and you do the lower chakra clearing I was telling you about before, where you feel and know yourself, and that creates that rock solid confidence and faith to truly believe in yourself. See you in the next video. Sending love and light.